While you sleep, galaxies drift, collide, and are born. Every night, while you dream, the universe keeps dancing. What does the cosmos do? When the world around you is silent, you close your eyes, but the stars never stop moving. While you rest, space is writing tomorrow's history. So, as your body rests, your universe moves. Let's follow the motion through the stars. What if I told you that while you sleep tonight, you'll travel millions of kilometers through space without feeling a thing? That your bed, your home, your entire world is in constant motion, spinning, orbiting, and drifting through the cosmos at this very moment. As darkness falls and stars begin to appear, a quiet transformation takes place. Starlight shifts gently over our sleeping Earth, casting slow-moving shadows across continents and oceans. This is not a journey through time, but rather one within it, a dance of celestial bodies that never ceases, never pauses, not even for a heartbeat. The night sky may appear still to our eyes, a peaceful canvas of distant lights, but this stillness is perhaps the universe's most beautiful illusion. In truth, everything you see, everything you know, everything you are is in constant, perpetual motion. When your eyes close, the sky keeps turning. Galaxies slide further into the night. Stars drift. Space itself stretches just a little more. This motion is not loud. It is not rushed. It is soft, constant. Tonight, as you sleep, we listen to the universe move. Consider for a moment what happens as consciousness slips away. Your breathing becomes rhythmic, your thoughts dissolve into dreams, and the world seems to pause. Yet in this very moment of apparent stillness, you are spinning at over 1,000 kilometers per hour on the surface of our planet. The Earth carries you through space at 67,000 kilometers per hour around the Sun, and our entire solar system races through the Milky Way at 720,000 kilometers per hour. Motion within motion within motion, never stopping, never slowing, always moving forward. Have you ever wondered why we don't feel this incredible speed? Why the teacup on your nightstand remains perfectly still, despite traveling faster than any human-made vehicle? Our bodies evolved within these movements, calibrated to the cosmic dance that has been ongoing for billions of years. What would seem extraordinary becomes ordinary through constancy. The miracle of motion becomes invisible through permanence. As starlight filters through your window tonight, consider that those photons began their journey years, decades, or even centuries ago. The light from Proxima Centauri, our nearest stellar neighbor, takes 4.2 years to reach your eyes. The light from the Andromeda Galaxy began its journey 2.5 million years ago, when our earliest human ancestors first walked the Earth. By the time that ancient light touches your sleeping face, both you and the stars that sent it have moved immeasurably through the cosmos. Tonight, as you drift towards sleep, imagine yourself as an astronaut would see you from space, a tiny figure on a blue marble, spinning in perfect harmony with the rhythm of the universe. Your heartbeat joins the pulse of cosmic expansion. Your dreams unfold within the greater dream of stars and galaxies, planets and moons, all moving in their appointed courses. The ancient Greeks imagined celestial bodies attached to crystalline spheres, perfect and unchanging. But we now know the truth is far more wondrous. The universe breathes. It expands. It moves with a grace that defies comprehension, yet follows precise mathematical laws. Einstein showed us that space and time themselves are not fixed but flexible, responding to the presence of matter and energy like a fabric that can stretch and bend. What does it mean to sleep within such a universe? To close your eyes while riding a planet that never stops turning? There is something profoundly humbling about this recognition, yet also deeply comforting. Your individual journey is part of a greater cosmic journey. Your personal rhythm, sleeping and waking, dreaming and thinking, occur within the greater rhythms of planetary rotation, lunar orbits, and galactic spirals. Tonight, as consciousness begins to fade, as your awareness of the world dims, and dreams begin to form. Remember that you are being carried. The Earth holds you in its gravitational embrace as it traces its elegant ellipse around the Sun. The Sun carries you and all its planetary children as it circles the galactic center, and the Milky Way itself drifts through intergalactic space, part of a cosmic web of incredible beauty and complexity. Sleep is not an escape from the universe, but a different way of experiencing it. In dreams, we sometimes fly, defying gravity, moving through impossible landscapes. Perhaps this is our subconscious, remembering our true nature as creatures of a universe in perpetual motion. The stars above your head right now will not be in the same position when you wake. The moon will have traced an arc across the heavens. Our planet will have rotated hundreds of kilometers eastward. Yet somehow, in your dreams, all remains peaceful and still. This is the paradox of cosmic motion. It shapes our every moment, yet passes without notice. It defines time itself, yet transcends our perception of it. It is happening right now, as your breathing slows and your thoughts begin to quiet. So close your eyes, rest your head, and know that as you drift into slumber, you do so upon a world that never stops turning, around a star that never stops moving, within a galaxy that never stops spinning, across a universe that never stops expanding. Tonight, we journey together through the quiet movements of our universe. As you sleep, the cosmos continues its ancient dance, and you, without knowing it, dance along with it. As you settle into sleep tonight, let us begin with the most immediate motion carrying you through the cosmos, one so fundamental that we rarely pause to consider its wonder. The Earth is turning. Right now, beneath your resting body, our planet rotates steadily eastward, a massive sphere, completing a full revolution every 24 hours. This rotation has never paused, not once, in the 4.5 billion years of Earth's existence. It is the heartbeat of our world, the rhythm that defines day and night, the cadence against which all life has evolved. At the equator, this rotation carries you at approximately 1,600 kilometers per hour. If you sleep near the poles, your speed decreases, but the motion remains. Yet remarkably, you feel nothing of this incredible velocity. No wind rushes past your face. Your blankets don't flutter. The water in the glass beside your bed remains perfectly still. This is because you, your bed, your home, the air around you, and everything else on Earth moves together in perfect synchronicity. Think about what this means. In the 8 hours you might spend sleeping tonight, your body will travel thousands of kilometers through space, simply through Earth's rotation. The stars appear to move across the night sky, but it is we who are turning beneath them, revealing different constellations as the hours pass. The entire celestial dome seems to pivot around Polaris, our North Star, which remains nearly stationary in the sky due to its alignment with Earth's axis. This rotation creates the gentle progression of night that you experience while sleeping. In the darkness outside your window, shadows move across landscapes as starlight shifts angles. The moon tracks across the sky, and slowly, inevitably, the eastern horizon prepares to welcome the sun once more. Have you ever awakened briefly in the night and noticed the moon has changed position in your window? That is Earth's rotation made visible, a cosmic clock ticking away the hours. What appears as the moon's movement is actually your bedroom turning to meet a different view of our celestial neighbor. There's something profoundly peaceful about contemplating Earth's rotation while preparing for sleep. Consider that people on the opposite side of the world are experiencing midday while you drift into dreams. As you sleep, the planet will carry you through the darkness until, hours later, it rotates your part of the world back into sunlight. Dawn is already on its way, traveling at 1,600 kilometers per hour, creeping steadily westward across continents and oceans. The physics of this rotation influences more than just our experience of day and night. It shapes our weather patterns through the Coriolis effect, causing storms to spin counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern. It creates the prevailing winds that sailors have navigated by for centuries. It even subtly affects the way water drains from your bathtub, though other factors usually overshadow this gentle influence. Earth's rotation wasn't always as it is now. In the distant past, our planet spun much faster. Days were shorter. The pull of the moon has gradually slowed us down through tidal interactions, stretching our days by approximately 2 milliseconds every century. While imperceptible in a human lifetime, over geological time, this change is significant. When dinosaurs roamed the Earth, days were 30 minutes shorter than they are now. As you lie in bed, your body at apparent rest, imagine the reality of your situation. You are on the surface of a planet spinning on its axis. Your room, your home, your city are all being carried from west to east at hundreds of kilometers per hour. Above you, stars wheel across the heavens, not because they move, but because you do. This rotation creates the cycle of rest and activity that defines human experience. Our bodies have evolved to sync with this rhythm, developing circadian cycles that respond to the alternation of light and dark. Your very biology is tuned to Earth's spin, with hormones like melatonin rising and falling in response to this cosmic motion. Even in the deepest sleep, your body knows where it is in Earth's daily rotation, preparing for the coming dawn hours before light touches the horizon. There's something wonderfully democratic about Earth's rotation. Everyone on the planet experiences it equally. Rich or poor, young or old, awake or asleep, we all share this motion. The president in the White House and the farmer in a remote village both ride the same turning Earth at the same speed. It is perhaps the most universal human experience, though one we rarely acknowledge. While you dream tonight, people on the other side of Earth are beginning their day. As your consciousness drifts through sleep cycles, your body continues its physical journey through space, carried by our planet's unwavering rotation. Your bed is not stationary, but rather a vessel moving through the cosmos, with Earth as your ship and gravity as your anchor. The consistency of this rotation is remarkable. Despite earthquakes, despite storms, despite all of human history with its wars and revolutions, Earth continues its steady turn, neither accelerating nor slowing in any way perceptible to us. It is perhaps the most reliable motion in our lives, the one cosmic constant we can truly count on. Tomorrow, when you wake, you will have completed another rotation around Earth's axis, traveled thousands of kilometers through space without taking a single step. The world will have turned beneath your dreams, carrying you through darkness and back toward light again. This is the gentle spin that cradles your sleep, the quiet motion that never stops, not even for a moment. And this is just the beginning of your journey through the moving universe. For Earth's rotation is merely the first of many cosmic motions carrying you through space while you sleep. Beyond your window tonight, higher than passing clouds but closer than any star, our nearest celestial companion traces its silent path across the night sky. The moon, Earth's only natural satellite, performs its own cosmic dance while you sleep, one that has influenced life on our planet since its earliest days. As Earth carries you eastward through its rotation, the moon performs a more complex motion. It orbits our planet completely once every 27.3 days, moving at a speed of 3,683 kilometers per hour. This means that in a single night of sleep, the moon will have moved approximately 1/12 of its way around our world, shifting its position in the sky even beyond the apparent movement caused by Earth's rotation. Unlike the stars, which appear to move westward as Earth rotates beneath them, the moon actually drifts eastward against the backdrop of stars by about 13 degrees each day. This is why the moon rises about 50 minutes later each night, gradually shifting its schedule through our sky in a monthly cycle that humans have observed and recorded for thousands of years. The relationship between Earth and Moon creates one of the most visible cosmic rhythms in our lives, the cycle of lunar phases. Tonight, wherever the moon may be in its journey from new to full and back again, its appearance marks a specific moment in a celestial dance that has continued uninterrupted for billions of years. If you happen to see the moon through your window as you drift towards sleep, you're witnessing the same face that humans have always seen. For the moon is tidally locked to Earth, always showing us the same side. But the moon does more than simply circle our planet. Its gravitational influence reaches across the void of space to touch Earth in profound ways. Most visibly, it pulls at our oceans, creating the tides that rise and fall along coastlines around the world. Right now, as you lie in bed, vast bodies of water are being drawn toward the moon's position, creating bulges in Earth's oceans. On the opposite side of the planet, centrifugal forces create a second bulge, resulting in 2 high tides and 2 low tides each day at most coastal locations. These tidal forces don't just affect the oceans, they subtly flex the solid Earth as well, causing the ground beneath you to rise and fall by several centimeters each day. A geological breathing too gradual for human perception, but real nonetheless. Even the atmosphere experiences lunar tides, with air pressure rising and falling in response to the moon's position. Perhaps most remarkably, while you sleep, the moon is actually slowing Earth's rotation through these tidal interactions. The friction of tidal bulges against Earth's rotation gradually transfers energy from our planet to the moon. This process slows Earth's spin by about 2 milliseconds per century, while simultaneously pushing the moon about 3.8 centimeters farther from Earth each year. In the very distant future, Earth's day will lengthen to match the moon's orbital period, resulting in the moon appearing fixed in the sky from certain points on Earth. The moon's influence extends beyond physics to biology. Many marine creatures time their reproductive cycles to lunar phases and the tides they create. Sea turtles come ashore to lay eggs during specific moon phases. Certain corals release their eggs and sperm in mass spawning events synchronized with the lunar cycle. Even some land animals alter their behavior based on moonlight availability, with nocturnal creatures either taking advantage of bright moonlit nights or hiding during them to avoid predators. For humans, the moon has served as calendar, clock, and companion throughout history. Ancient civilizations from the Babylonians to the Maya developed sophisticated lunar calendars to track time. Farmers traditionally planted and harvested by moonlight phases, a practice some still follow today. And countless human rituals, from religious ceremonies to cultural festivals, are timed to the moon's rhythmic journey around our world. Some researchers suggest that the lunar cycle may even influence human sleep, though evidence remains inconclusive. Studies have found subtle changes in sleep duration and deep sleep time during different lunar phases. Perhaps as you sleep tonight, the moon's position in its orbit plays some small role in your dreams, connecting your consciousness to a cosmic rhythm older than humanity itself. The moon's steady presence has stabilized Earth's axial tilt over billions of years, preventing the wild climatic swings that would occur without its gravitational influence. This stability has been crucial for the development of complex life. Without the moon, our planet's seasons would shift chaotically, potentially preventing the evolution of advanced organisms. In very real ways, the moon has made human existence possible. Tonight, as you sleep, the moon continues its ancient orbit, regardless of cloud cover or human awareness. It pulls at the oceans, flexes the land, gradually slows Earth's rotation, and steadily recedes from us, all while appearing to drift eastward across our sky. This ballet of gravitational forces plays out in perfect silence, a dance of massive celestial bodies moving with mathematical precision. The moon's orbit is not perfectly circular, but slightly elliptical, meaning its distance from Earth varies by about 50,000 kilometers during each orbital period. This changing distance affects the moon's apparent size in our sky and the strength of its gravitational pull, creating the difference between supermoons when it appears larger and micromoons when it appears smaller. The moon also experiences libration, a slight wobbling that allows us to see about 59% of its surface over time, rather than just 50%. This means that if you were to observe the moon carefully night after night for months, you would see slightly different views of its cratered face as it rocks gently in its orbit. If the moon is visible from your window tonight, consider that its light left its surface just 1.3 seconds ago. In that brief moment, both you and the moon have moved through space, continuing cosmic journeys that began billions of years ago and will continue long after this night of sleep has ended. The Moon's existence itself is a cosmic wonder, likely formed when a Mars-sized body collided with early Earth, ejecting material that coalesced into our satellite. This catastrophic birth created a celestial partnership that has defined Earth's history ever since, giving us not just tides and stable seasons, but also the moonlight that has inspired human art, music, and poetry for millennia. As you sleep beneath this ancient light, your body experiences the same gravitational partnership that shapes our oceans and stabilizes our seasons. The Moon's pull on Earth affects the very bed you lie upon, connecting your personal experience of rest to cosmic forces that transcend human comprehension, yet define our existence on this particular planet. And still, this lunar dance is just one layer in the symphony of motion carrying you through the cosmos while you sleep. Beyond Earth's rotation and the Moon's orbital dance lies a grander motion that carries you through space tonight. As you sleep, our entire planet orbits the Sunday at the astonishing speed of 107,000 kilometers per hour. This means that when you wake tomorrow morning, you will be approximately 2.5 million kilometers from where you are now in space, having traced an arc of Earth's year-long journey around our star. This orbital motion is perpetual and ancient. For 4.5 billion years, Earth has circled the Sunday, completing over 4 billion laps of its elliptical track. The path is nearly circular, with Earth's distance from the Sunday varying by only about 5 million kilometers between perihelion, our closest approach, and aphelion, our furthest distance. This slight eccentricity in our orbit creates subtle seasonal effects, though the tilt of Earth's axis remains the primary cause of our changing seasons. While the speed of Earth's orbit might seem tremendous, it represents a perfect balance of forces. The Sun's enormous gravitational pull tries to draw our planet inward, while Earth's forward momentum attempts to carry it away into space. The result is our stable orbit, a cosmic dance maintained by the precise mathematics of celestial mechanics. If Earth moved just a bit slower, we would spiral toward the Sunday. A bit faster, and we would escape into the cold of interstellar space. As you lie in bed, seemingly motionless, you are actually racing around the Sunday faster than any human-made vehicle has ever traveled. The current speed record for a spacecraft is held by NASA's Parker Solar Probe at 193 kilometers per hour. Yet even this remarkable achievement falls far short of our planet's ordinary orbital velocity. Your seemingly stationary bedroom is, in reality, part of a planet hurtling through space at 66,600 miles per hour. This orbital journey is shared by 7 other major planets, each tracing its own elliptical path around our star. Mercury, closest to the Sunday, completes its orbit in just 88 Earth days, racing along at a blistering 170,000 kilometers per hour. Venus, our nearest planetary neighbor, takes 225 days to circle the Sunday. Mars requires 687 days, Jupiter nearly 12 Earth years, Saturn 29.5 years, Uranus 84 years, and distant Neptune 165 years to complete a single orbit. Tonight, as you sleep, each of these worlds continues its own journey through space. Jupiter, with its massive swirling storms and dozens of moons, moves approximately 45,000 kilometers in the 8 hours you might spend sleeping. Saturn, with its magnificent rings, travels a similar distance. Even distant Neptune advances tens of thousands of kilometers along its orbital path during your night of rest. The relationships between these planetary motions create fascinating patterns. Venus and Earth perform a cosmic dance that sees them tracing a perfect 5-petaled flower in space over 8 Earth years as their orbits synchronize. Jupiter and Saturn align from our perspective approximately every 20 years, creating what ancient astronomers called the Great Conjunction. These planetary alignments and patterns continue regardless of human awareness, a mathematical ballet of worlds in constant motion. Beyond the major planets, our solar system contains an intricate array of smaller objects, all in perpetual motion. The asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter contains millions of rocky bodies, ranging from dust-sized particles to Ceres, a dwarf planet 940 kilometers in diameter. Each follows its own orbital path around the Sunday. The Kuiper Belt beyond Neptune hosts countless icy objects, including Pluto and other dwarf planets like Eris, Haumea, and Makemake, all moving in their distant orbits. Even more remote is the Oort Cloud, a vast spherical shell of icy bodies surrounding our entire solar system out to a distance of about 1 light-year. From this distant reservoir, comets occasionally plunge towards the inner solar system, tracing long elliptical orbits that can take hundreds or thousands of years to complete. While you sleep tonight, countless comets are either approaching the Sunday or receding from it, moving through the cold outer reaches of our solar system. But the most remarkable motion may be that of our entire solar system itself. The Sunday, carrying all its planets, moons, asteroids, and comets, moves through the Milky Way galaxy at the tremendous speed of 720,000 kilometers per hour. This means that in addition to spinning on its axis and orbiting the Sunday, Earth is also traveling through the galaxy as part of the Sun's journey around the galactic center. This solar motion follows what astronomers call the local standard of rest, carrying us toward a point in the constellation Hercules. Our Sun oscillates above and below the galactic plane, completing about 3 up and down cycles during one orbit around the galactic center. As we travel, we pass through different regions of the galaxy, occasionally encountering slightly denser clouds of interstellar gas and dust. The Sun's path is not perfectly smooth, but includes perturbations caused by passing stars and interactions with galactic spiral arms. These subtle influences add complexity to our journey, creating a solar path that weaves through the galaxy, rather than following a simple circle. Some scientists suggest that these variations in our galactic environment may influence Earth's climate over extremely long timescales. Consider what this means for your experience tonight. As you sleep, your apparently stationary bed is simultaneously spinning with Earth's rotation, orbiting the Sunday, and racing through the Milky Way as part of the solar system's galactic journey. You are experiencing 3 major cosmic motions at once, all precisely balanced so that you feel none of them. Even the stars you might see through your window before falling asleep are not fixed points, but other suns moving on their own paths through the galaxy. Barnard's star, one of our closest stellar neighbors at just 6 light-years away, moves across our sky more rapidly than any other star, shifting its position noticeably over a human lifetime. Other stars move more slowly from our perspective, but all are in constant motion, creating a gradually changing stellar neighborhood around our solar system. This cosmic perspective reveals the profound truth that stillness is an illusion. Nothing in the universe remains truly stationary. Every object, from vast galaxies to tiny atoms, exists in a state of constant motion relative to other objects. Your experience of lying motionless in bed tonight is simply the result of moving in perfect synchrony with the Earth beneath you. As dawn approaches and your night of sleep draws to a close, you will have journeyed millions of kilometers through space without taking a single step. Earth's rotation will have carried you thousands of kilometers eastward. The planet's orbit will have advanced approximately 2.5 million kilometers around the Sunday, and the entire solar system will have traveled roughly 6 million kilometers through the Milky Way galaxy. You began this night in one position in space, and will end it in an entirely different location in the cosmos. Yet through it all, gravity held you gently to your bed, the atmosphere moved with you, and your experience remained one of perfect stillness. This is the magnificent paradox of cosmic motion, the quiet journey you take every night while sleeping. And still, the solar system's motion through the galaxy represents just one more layer in the cosmic symphony of movement carrying you through space while you sleep. Beyond Earth's rotation, beyond the moon's orbit, beyond even our solar system's journey through space, there exists an even grander motion carrying you through the cosmos tonight. Our entire Milky Way galaxy, a vast spiral of stars, gas, and dust spanning 100,000 light-years across, rotates majestically around its center, creating a cosmic carousel of unimaginable scale. Our Sunday, along with its family of planets, orbits the galactic center at a distance of about 27,000 light-years. At this radius, we complete one full circuit around the galaxy every 230 million years, moving at approximately 790,000 kilometers per hour. This means that since the time dinosaurs walked the Earth, our solar system has completed just 1/4 of a single galactic orbit. Astronomers call this enormous time period a cosmic year, the duration required for our solar system to complete one revolution around the galactic center. In the 4.5 billion year history of Earth, our planet has completed only about 20 cosmic years, 20 full circuits around the heart of the Milky Way. Each cosmic year witnesses profound changes on Earth, from the rise and fall of entire species to the drift of continents and the reshaping of oceans. Tonight, as you sleep, your body moves with this galactic rotation, advancing thousands of kilometers along our solar system's orbital path through the Milky Way. This motion follows a curved trajectory through space, with our Sunday and all its planets traveling in the direction of the constellation Cygnus. We are currently passing through what astronomers call the Orion Arm, a minor spiral arm of our galaxy, situated between the larger Perseus and Sagittarius arms. Unlike the planets in our solar system, which orbit in nearly the same plane, stars in the Milky Way follow more complex paths. Our Sunday oscillates up and down through the galactic plane, passing from the north side of the galaxy to the south side and back again, approximately every 64 million years. This vertical bobbing adds another dimension to our solar system's journey through the galaxy, creating a path that weaves through the spiral structure rather than simply circling it. The Milky Way itself is not a uniform structure, but a dynamic, evolving system with distinct regions and components. At its center lies a supermassive black hole called Sagittarius A star, containing the mass of 4 million suns compressed into a space smaller than our solar system. Around this central black hole orbits a dense cluster of stars, moving at incredible speeds, approaching 1% of the speed of light. Moving outward from the center, we find the galactic bulge, a tightly packed region of older stars with relatively little gas and dust. Beyond this lies the thin disk, where most of the Milky Way's stars reside, arranged in a pattern of spiral arms. Our Sunday inhabits this thin disk, which is why we see the Milky Way as a band of light stretching across the night sky when we look along the plane of the galaxy. Surrounding the visible disk is an extended halo of globular, cluster-spherical collections of hundreds of thousands of ancient stars that orbit the galactic center on paths that take them far above and below the main disk. Finally, encompassing all the visible components is a vast, dark matter halo, an invisible substance detectable only by its gravitational influence, which comprises approximately 85% of the Milky Way's total mass. As you lie in bed tonight, countless stars share this galactic rotation with you. Some move faster than our Sunday, completing their orbits in less time. Others move more slowly, taking longer to circle the galactic center. This differential rotation causes the spiral arms of the Milky Way to wind up over time, much like a spinning carnival ride where the inner sections complete more rotations than the outer edges. Yet remarkably, the Milky Way's spiral structure persists over billions of years despite this differential rotation. This is because the spiral arms are not fixed structures made of the same stars moving together, but rather density waves regions where stars and gas temporarily bunch together as they move through the galaxy, similar to how cars bunch up in a traffic jam before continuing on their way. As our solar system passes through these spiral arms, the increased density of gas can trigger new star formation, creating the brilliant young blue stars that define the spiral pattern we observe. The Milky Way's rotation is not its only motion. Our galaxy also drifts through space as part of the local group, a collection of more than 50 galaxies bound together by gravity. The most prominent members of this group are the Milky Way and the Andromeda Galaxy, with numerous smaller galaxies, including the Triangulum Galaxy and the Large and Small Magellanic Clouds, orbiting these larger spirals. Within this local group, the Milky Way and Andromeda are on a collision course, approaching each other at approximately 110 kilometers per second. In about 4.5 billion years, these two spiral galaxies will begin to merge, their mutual gravitational attraction pulling them into a single, larger galaxy. This future collision is nothing to fear. However, as the vast distances between stars mean that actual stellar collisions will be extremely rare. Instead, the merging galaxies will pass through each other multiple times, eventually settling into a new, combined structure, likely resembling an elliptical galaxy. The local group itself moves through the universe as part of the Virgo supercluster, a collection of galaxy groups and clusters spanning more than 110 million light-years. And this supercluster, in turn, forms part of an even larger structure called the Laniakea supercluster, a vast region containing approximately 100,000 galaxies spread across 650 million light-years of space. All of these nested motions continue while you sleep, carrying you through space at multiple levels simultaneously. Your apparently stationary bed moves with Earth's rotation. Earth orbits the Sunday circles the galactic center, the Milky Way drifts through the local group, and the entire local cosmic neighborhood travels through the expanding universe. The scale of this motion becomes almost incomprehensible when viewed across time. During a typical human lifetime of 80 years, our solar system travels only about 1/3000th of the way around the Milky Way. Yet in that same brief cosmic moment, we move approximately 6 trillion kilometers through the galaxy. If you could somehow leave a trail of breadcrumbs marking our solar system's path through the Milky Way, each night of sleep would add millions of kilometers to this cosmic journey. As stars move along their galactic orbits, their positions, relative to one another, change gradually over time. The familiar constellations we see today, from Orion to the Big Dipper, are temporary arrangements visible only during a brief window of cosmic time. If you could watch the night sky over millions of years, you would see these patterns slowly distort and transform as each star follows its unique path around the galactic center. Even as we move around the Milky Way, other stars occasionally pass relatively close to our solar system. About 70,000 years ago, a small red dwarf star named Schultz's star passed through the outer reaches of our solar system's Oort Cloud. In the distant future, other stars will make similar close approaches, potentially disturbing the orbits of comets and sending them toward the inner solar system. Tonight, as cosmic darkness surrounds you and consciousness fades into dreams, remember that you are riding a planet that orbits a star, that circles a galaxy that drifts through the universe. Every breath you take occurs at a different point in space than the one before it. Every heartbeat marks another step in your unending journey through the cosmos. Beyond all the cosmic motions we've explored so far, lies perhaps the most profound movement of all, one that shapes the very fabric of reality. While you sleep tonight, the universe itself is expanding, not as objects moving through space, but as space itself stretching and growing between galaxies. This cosmic expansion represents a fundamentally different kind of motion than Earth's rotation or the Milky Way's journey through space. It is not movement within the universe, but the growth of the universe itself. Every cubic centimeter of space is slowly stretching, carrying galaxies farther apart from one another, like raisins in a rising loaf of bread. The discovery of this expansion ranks among humanity's greatest scientific revelations. In the 1920s, astronomer Edwin Hubble observed that distant galaxies appear to be moving away from us, with farther galaxies receding faster than closer ones. This pattern, now known as Hubble's law, suggested a universe that is not static but dynamic, growing larger with each passing moment. What Hubble discovered was not galaxies flying through space like cosmic projectiles, but rather space itself expanding and carrying galaxies along with it. Think of a grid drawn on a balloon. As you inflate the balloon, the grid expands, with points farther apart on the grid, moving away from each other faster than nearby points. Similarly, in our expanding universe, more distant galaxies appear to recede more rapidly, simply because there is more expanding space between them and us. This expansion occurs everywhere simultaneously. There is no center from which the universe expands, no edge toward which it grows. From every galaxy's perspective, other galaxies appear to be moving away. This creates the illusion that each observer is at the center of the expansion. But in reality, the expansion has no center. It is the space between galaxies that grows. The current rate of this expansion, known as the Hubble constant, indicates that galaxies separated by 1 megaparsec, about 3.3 million light-years, appear to recede from each other at approximately 73 kilometers per second. For galaxies billions of light-years distant, This cumulative expansion means they appear to move away from us at substantial fractions of the speed of light. As you sleep tonight, the observable universe grows slightly larger. The most distant galaxies we can see move approximately 1,700,000,000 kilometers farther away during your 8 hours of rest. Light from these galaxies stretches as it travels through expanding space, shifting to longer, redder wavelengths in a phenomenon called cosmological redshift. This stretching of light serves as direct evidence of cosmic expansion, allowing astronomers to measure how much the universe has grown since the light began its journey. The expansion affects not just visible light, but all forms of electromagnetic radiation, from radio waves to gamma rays. Even the cosmic microwave background radiation, the ancient afterglow of the Big Bang that permeates all of space, stretches to longer wavelengths as the universe expands. This subtle stretching of light creates a universe that appears slightly different with each passing moment, a cosmos perpetually in transition. Despite this continuous expansion, we don't experience any stretching in our bodies, our planet, or even our galaxy. This is because the gravitational forces holding these structures together are far stronger than the cosmic expansion, trying to pull them apart. Only in the vast empty spaces between galaxy clusters, where gravity's influence wanes, does the expansion have noticeable effects. Our Milky Way, the local group, and even the larger Virgo supercluster remain bound together by gravity, resisting the universal stretch. The discovery that space itself can expand revolutionized our understanding of the cosmos. Einstein's general theory of relativity had predicted that space is not just an empty container for matter, but a dynamic entity that can curve, warp, and stretch in response to mass and energy. The expanding universe confirmed this revolutionary concept, showing that space and time themselves are malleable aspects of reality, not rigid and unchanging backdrops. Perhaps most remarkably, this cosmic expansion appears to be accelerating. Observations of distant supernovae in the 1990s revealed that the expansion rate is increasing over time, contrary to the expectation that gravity would gradually slow it down. Astronomers attribute this acceleration to a mysterious force called dark energy, which appears to permeate all of space, pushing galaxies apart with ever-increasing strength. Dark energy remains one of the greatest puzzles in modern cosmology. It comprises approximately 68% of the energy content of the universe, yet its fundamental nature remains unknown. Current theories suggest it might be an inherent property of space itself, a constant energy density that grows in total influence as the universe expands, driving galaxies apart at an ever-accelerating rate. If dark energy continues to dominate cosmic evolution, the long-term fate of our universe appears to be eternal expansion. Galaxies beyond our local group will eventually recede so rapidly that their light can no longer reach us. In the extremely distant future, perhaps 1 trillion years from now, observers in the Milky Way, by then merged with Andromeda, would see only empty space beyond their galaxy, with all other structures having disappeared beyond a cosmic horizon, their light stretched to invisibility by the expanding universe. This cosmic acceleration adds another dimension to the motions carrying you through space tonight. Not only do you spin with Earth's rotation, orbit with our solar system, and turn with the Milky Way, but you also ride the expanding fabric of space-time itself, participating in the universe's fundamental growth. While this expansion occurs on scales far beyond human perception, its effects shape the universe we observe. The expansion has cooled the cosmos from its incredibly hot beginnings to the cold, star-scattered space we see today. It has diluted the density of matter and radiation, allowing galaxies and larger structures to form. It has stretched primordial waves in the cosmic microwave background, providing crucial evidence about the universe's earliest moments. The expansion creates a universe that evolves over time, rather than remaining static. Stars are born and die. Galaxies form, collide, and merge. Space stretches between distant structures. Nothing remains unchanged across cosmic timescales. The universe you sleep in tonight is not the same universe that existed when dinosaurs roamed Earth, nor the same universe that will exist when the Sunday eventually exhausts its nuclear fuel billions of years from now. Some theoretical models suggest that our universe's expansion might be part of an even grander cosmic cycle, In theories like eternal inflation, our observable universe could be just one bubble in a vast multiverse where new universes continuously form and expand. Other models propose that the current expansion might eventually reverse, leading to a big crunch, or that the universe might experience repeated cycles of expansion and contraction. For now, observations support a universe that will continue expanding at an accelerating rate. This big freeze scenario suggests that over trillions of years, stars will burn out, black holes will evaporate, and the universe will become an increasingly cold, dark, and diffuse place. Yet even in this seemingly bleak cosmic future, the fundamental laws of physics would continue operating, with quantum fluctuations in the vacuum of space, creating occasional moments of structure and energy. Tonight, as you drift through sleep cycles, cosmic expansion continues its relentless work. Galaxies beyond our local group recede slightly farther into the distance. Light traveling across the universe stretches to slightly longer wavelengths. Space itself grows incrementally larger, advancing the cosmic timeline toward its next phase of evolution. This expanding space creates the arrow of time that defines our experience, the fundamental asymmetry between past and future. The universe grows in complexity and entropy as it expands, like a book gaining pages with each moment, recording the ongoing story of existence. Your consciousness, your dreams, your very being exist within this expanding cosmic narrative, a brief but significant chapter in the universe's unfolding tale. And so, as you sleep beneath the quiet sky, know that space itself stretches and grows around you. The cosmos you woke to this morning is not precisely the same cosmos you'll wake to tomorrow. In subtle but profound ways, the universe transforms with each passing moment, expanding not just in size but in possibility, writing its story across the growing canvas of space-time. As we reach the final chapter of our cosmic journey, let us turn inward to discover that motion exists not only in the vast celestial bodies that carry us through space, but within your own body as you sleep. The universe's movement extends from the largest galaxies down to the smallest subatomic particles, creating a continuum of motion that connects your personal experience to the cosmos itself. While you cannot feel Earth's rotation or the expansion of the universe, you are made of atoms that never cease their own intricate dance. In the seemingly still space of your sleeping form, electrons orbit atomic nuclei at speeds approaching the speed of light. Protons and neutrons vibrate within those nuclei. Molecules bounce against each other in thermal motion, their speed determining your body's temperature. Even in the deepest sleep, these particles continue their eternal movements, transforming stillness into an illusion at the most fundamental level. Consider your peaceful breathing as you sleep. With each inhale, oxygen molecules rush into your lungs, having traveled through kilometers of atmosphere to reach you. These molecules have been cycling through Earth's systems for billions of years, once perhaps part of ancient oceans, prehistoric plants, or the breath of dinosaurs. Now they enter your bloodstream, carried to every cell in your body, where they enable the molecular movements that sustain your life during sleep. Your heart, the tireless drummer of your existence, continues its rhythm through the night. With each beat, blood surges through approximately 100,000 kilometers of vessels within your body, completing a full circuit every minute. This internal river transports oxygen, nutrients, and hormones to trillions of cells, maintaining the complex biological processes that continue while consciousness rests. In your brain, motion takes on even more complex dimensions. The typical human brain contains approximately 86 billion neurons, each connected to thousands of others through synapses. As you sleep, electrical signals race along these neural pathways at speeds up to 120 meters per second, creating the brainwaves that characterize different sleep stages. Far from being a state of neural quiescence, sleep involves precisely orchestrated patterns of brain activity, with different regions activating and deactivating in sequence. During rapid eye movement sleep, your eyes dart back and forth beneath closed lids, while your brain generates vivid dreams. These dreams unfold as electrical and chemical signals flow through neural networks, creating experiences of motion running, flying, falling while your physical body remains almost completely still, except for your breathing and heartbeat. This separation between experienced motion and physical stillness represents one of sleep's most fascinating paradoxes. Even your cells continue moving while you sleep. Your body replaces approximately 150 million cells every hour through mitosis, where cells divide and multiply. DNA unwinds and replicates, organelles migrate, and cellular components shuttle between different compartments. Immune cells patrol your tissues, searching for pathogens. Fibroblasts move slowly through connective tissue, maintaining its structure. Your skin cells gradually migrate upward from deeper layers, eventually reaching the surface where they are shed. All of this cellular motion continues regardless of your conscious awareness. Your body also moves through time in ways unique to sleep. Human growth hormone reaches its peak release during deep sleep, triggering tissue repair and cellular regeneration. Children literally grow taller during sleep, as this hormone stimulates bone development. Memory consolidation occurs as information transfers from short-term to long-term storage, with synaptic connections strengthening or weakening based on their importance. Your brain essentially reorganizes itself while you sleep, creating a different neural landscape by morning. Beyond biology, you also move through different states of consciousness during sleep. Your mind transitions through non-REM stages 1 through 3, characterized by progressively deeper sleep and slower brain waves, before cycling into REM sleep, with its vivid dreams and heightened brain activity. A typical night involves 4 to 6 complete cycles through these stages, each lasting approximately 90 minutes. This rhythm of consciousness represents another form of motion, a psychological journey through different mental states that occurs without conscious direction. These internal movements connect directly to the cosmic motions we've explored in previous chapters. The atoms comprising your body were forged in the hearts of long-dead stars through nuclear fusion and supernova explosions. The carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, calcium, and iron that form your tissues were once scattered across interstellar space before gravity gathered them into the molecular cloud that eventually became our solar system. Your very substance has journeyed across the cosmos to be here, moving through space and time for billions of years. The water molecules in your body, composing about 60% of your total mass, have existed since the early days of the solar system. They have cycled through Earth's oceans, atmosphere, and living organisms countless times. Some may have once been part of glaciers that shaped continents, or rainfall that carved ancient valleys. Now they flow through your bloodstream, participate in biochemical reactions, and help maintain the electrochemical balance that enables your neurons to fire while you dream. Even the energy powering your sleeping body connects to cosmic motion. Every calorie that sustains your heartbeat and brain activity originated as sunlight, captured by plants through photosynthesis, and transferred to you through the food chain. This sunlight began as nuclear energy in the sun's core, where hydrogen atoms fuse into helium, converting mass into energy according to Einstein's famous equation, E=mc². The warmth that keeps you comfortable as you sleep traces back to thermonuclear reactions occurring 93 million miles away. This connection between inner and outer motion reveals a profound truth. The boundary between you and the universe is more permeable than it appears. You are not merely moving through the cosmos, you are part of its movement. The atoms in your body follow the same physical laws that govern distant galaxies. The energy animating your cells obeys the same thermodynamic principles that drive stellar evolution. Your biological rhythm, sleeping and waking, heartbeat and breathe, exist within the greater rhythms of planetary rotation, lunar cycles, and cosmic expansion. The motions within you occur at vastly different scales than cosmic movements, yet they share fundamental similarities. Just as planets orbit stars due to gravitational attraction, electrons orbit atomic nuclei due to electromagnetic forces. Just as galaxies cluster together through gravity's influence, proteins fold into specific shapes through molecular attractions. The same basic forces that structure the cosmos also structure your body, creating patterns of motion that echo across scales, from the subatomic to the galactic. Perhaps most remarkable is how all these nested motions from electrons to galaxies maintain the precise balance needed for your consciousness to exist. Earth orbits at exactly the right distance from the Sun to maintain liquid water. The Milky Way provides the stable environment needed for our solar system to persist. Your neurons fire in exactly the patterns required for dreams to form. Each layer of motion depends on and enables the others, creating the conditions that allow you to experience this moment of rest. Sleep itself represents a unique form of motion through time, a period when consciousness trades wakefulness for dreams, when the brain processes the day's experiences and prepares for tomorrow. This cyclical journey between waking and sleeping has shaped human experience throughout our evolution, connecting us to the cosmic rhythms of day and night caused by Earth's rotation. Your personal cycle of consciousness exists because of, and within, these greater cosmic cycles. As dawn approaches and your night of sleep nears its end, consider how the motions carrying you through space will continue throughout your lifetime. Earth will complete approximately 80 to 90 orbits around the Sun during a typical human lifespan. You'll experience over 30,000 rotations of our planet as days and nights. Your heart will beat more than 2.5 billion times, and through it all, your consciousness will move between waking and sleeping, riding the rhythms of a universe in perpetual motion. When you wake tomorrow, you'll have traveled millions of kilometers through space, via Earth's rotation, solar orbit, galactic motion, and cosmic expansion. Yet your journey occurred without turbulence, without sensation of speed, without awareness of the vast distances covered. This is perhaps the greatest wonder of cosmic motion, that it can be so tremendous, yet so gentle, that it carries you through the universe without disturbing your dreams. The universe, it turns out, is not merely the backdrop for your existence, but the very medium of it. You do not live in the universe so much as you live as the universe, a collection of atoms and energy temporarily organized into human form, participating in the same cosmic dance that moves stars and expands space. Your sleep is not an escape from this reality, but a different way of experiencing it, a reminder that consciousness itself moves through many states, while carried by a cosmos that never stops moving. As our cosmic journey draws to a close, let us return to the quiet space of your bedroom, where you rest beneath a ceiling that seems solid and still but is, in reality, moving in at least 5 different ways simultaneously. The apparent stillness of this moment contains more motion than we can truly comprehend, a symphony of cosmic rhythms playing at scales both immense and infinitesimal. Throughout this night, we've traveled from the gentle spin of Earth beneath the stars to the vast expansion of the universe itself. We've explored how the moon orbits our world, how our planet circles the Sun, how our solar system journeys through the Milky Way, and how our galaxy drifts through expanding space. We've discovered that even within your sleeping body, motion continues at the cellular and atomic levels, connecting your personal existence to the greater cosmic movements. What does it mean to live within such perpetual motion? Perhaps it offers a new perspective on change itself. Nothing in this universe truly stands still. Change is not something that happens to an otherwise static reality, is reality's fundamental nature. From quantum particles to expanding galaxies, from heartbeats to rotating planets, movement defines existence. The universe does not contain motion. The universe is motion, a dynamic process, rather than a fixed arrangement. This perspective transforms how we might understand our place within the cosmos. You are not merely an observer of universal processes, but an active participant in them. Your body is made of stardust, set in motion billions of years ago. Your consciousness emerges from neural activity that follows the same physical laws governing stellar formation. Your daily rhythm of waking and sleeping echoes the greater rhythm of planetary rotation. The boundary between what is you and what is universe begins to blur when we recognize this shared motion. The air you breathe moves freely between your lungs and the atmosphere. The water in your body cycles through oceans, clouds, and rivers across generations. The atoms composing your tissues have existed since the early universe, taking countless forms before temporarily assembling into your human shape. You are not separate from the cosmic motion, but an expression of it, a pattern within the greater pattern. This connection to cosmic motion offers something profound, a sense of belonging. You need not feel like a stranger in an alien universe when you recognize that you are made of the same substance, governed by the same forces, and participating in the same movements as everything else in existence. The universe is not something out there, but something you are intrinsically part of, something that includes and encompasses you completely. Perhaps this is why we often find deep comfort in witnessing natural rhythms, waves breaking on shores, leaves rustling in wind, stars wheeling across the night sky. These visible motions remind us of our connection to something greater than ourselves, something ancient and enduring. They help us feel at home in a universe defined by change, offering continuity amid constant transformation. As you prepare to wake from this night of sleep, consider that the stars have shifted in their positions since you closed your eyes. Dawn approaches from the east, not because the Sunday moves around Earth, but because Earth continues its faithful rotation. The moon has traced an arc across the sky. The Milky Way has advanced slightly in its stately orbit around the galactic center. Space itself has expanded, stretching the distances between the most distant galaxies. And through it all, you have been carried along, held safely by gravity, moving in perfect harmony with your planet, your solar system, your galaxy. You have traveled millions of kilometers without effort, without awareness, without disturbance to your dreams. The cosmic motion that might seem terrifying in its scale has instead been the gentle cradle of your sleep. Tomorrow, when you look at the world around you, perhaps you'll see it differently, recognizing the motion hidden within apparent stillness. The seemingly solid ground beneath your feet rotates eastward at hundreds of kilometers per hour. The air around you consists of molecules moving at supersonic speeds, bouncing off each other billions of times per second. The quiet tree outside your window actively transports water upward against gravity, while conducting photosynthesis using sunlight that left the Sunday 8 minutes ago. Even in the quietest moments, in the stillest places, motion continues. This isn't something to fear, but something to marvel at. A reminder that we exist within a living, dynamic cosmos rather than a static arrangement of objects. The universe breathes, pulsates, spins, orbits, and expands. And we, as conscious beings, get to witness this grand symphony of motion, perhaps the only beings in our corner of the galaxy aware of these cosmic movements and their profound interconnections. As you drift back toward wakefulness, carry with you this awareness of motion. Remember that stillness is always full of activity, that rest exists within movement, rather than in opposition to it. Your consciousness flows between waking and sleeping like planets orbit stars, like galaxies turn through space, like the cosmos itself expands in rhythm, in pattern, in harmony. The universe moves gently, never loud, never still. While you sleep, planets dance, galaxies drift, and light stretches just a little farther. You may not feel it, but you are carried by it. Sleep now, in orbit, in rhythm, in motion. The universe will keep moving, and you are part of it. When you open your eyes tomorrow, you will have completed another small segment of your cosmic journey. Earth will have rotated to bring dawn to your window. You will have traveled thousands of kilometers through space while remaining perfectly still in your bed. And the universe, in all its scales of motion, will continue its eternal dance, holding you gently within its ever-moving embrace. Perhaps knowing this changes nothing in your daily life, yet changes everything in your perspective. You live within motion. You exist as motion. You are part of a universe that never pauses, never ceases its cosmic rhythms, never stops becoming. And somehow, within this perpetual change, you find your home, your being, your place in the great unfolding story of existence. So rest well within this moving universe. Dream peacefully upon this turning Earth. And when you wake, remember that you do so not as a static entity in a fixed world, but as a dynamic process within a cosmos of endless motion. The stars will have moved while you slept. The galaxies will have drifted slightly farther apart. The universe will have expanded just a bit more. But so have you. Your body has renewed itself during sleep. Your brain has reorganized its neural pathways. Your consciousness has journeyed through dreams. You wake changed, renewed, having moved through your own inner cosmos, while the outer cosmos carried you through space. This is the wonder of existing within a universe that never stops, that we can find peace amidst motion, stability within change, and belonging within the great cosmic journey that began long before us, and will continue long after. We sleep, we wake, we live our lives upon a planet that never ceases its turning, within a cosmos that never stops its dance. And somehow, in this perpetual motion,